Magandang araw mga bata! Welcome to Teacher Marle's channel, kung saan maraming matututunan sa lesson na ating pag-aaralan. Our subject is Mathematics 6 and I'm Teacher Les. At the end of the lesson, you must be able to, number 1, give the translation of real-life verbal expressions and equations into letters or symbols and vice versa, and define a variable in an algebraic expression and equation. So let's define the terms that we will encounter as we go on with our discussion. We have algebraic expression. It is a mathematical phrase that uses variables, numerals, and operational symbol. Example of algebraic expression is 2x plus 4y. Algebraic equation is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign which shows that two expressions on either side are equal. Example of algebraic equation is 2x plus 4y equals 6x plus 12y. Now, let's define constant and variable. When we say constant, it has a fixed value that does not change. And variable is any letter or symbol that represents a number. In 3y plus 7, 7 is the constant and y is the variable. To better understand the different term, let's have 34m plus 12n equals 25w minus 6v plus 10. So this is an example of equation, while 34m plus 12n is an example of expression. So 25 plus w minus 6v plus 10 is another example of expression. 12n is a term. So 34m is another term, 25w is another term, 6v and 10. Next, let's have 25. So 25 is what we call a coefficient. Next is w. So w is what we call a variable. Then, number 10, this is a constant. To translate word phrases into algebraic expression, familiarity with words and phrases associated with symbols or operations are important. So let's study some keywords that are used to describe common mathematical operations. For addition, we have the following keywords: plus, the sum of, more than, added to, increased by, and the total of. For subtraction, we have minus, the difference of, less than, decreased by, diminished by, and subtracted from, and less. We have three symbols for multiplication. In algebra, we are using the bullet operator and parentheses for us not to be confused with letter X and the multiplication sign. So these are the keywords phrases for multiplication. We have times, the product of, twice, multiplied by, and of. For division, we have divided by, the quotient of, and the ratio of. For equal, we have the following keywords: is equal to, equals, is, and is the same as. Now, let's study how the different word phrases can be translated or written as algebraic expression. Let's have the expression m plus 3. So it can be written as m plus 3. So we will use the keywords that we enumerate a while ago that is associated to addition. So we have the sum of m and 3, m increased by 3, 3 added to m, 3 more than m. For n minus 11, it can be translated to n minus 11. We will use the keywords associated to subtraction, such as the difference of n and 11, n decreased by 11, n diminished by 11, 11 less than n less 11, 11 subtracted from n. The algebraic expression 2w can be written as 2 times w. Keywords associated to multiplication will be used. Twice of w, w multiplied by 2, the double of w, the product of 2 and w. In x over 5, keywords associated to division will be used, such as x divided by 5, 1/5 of x, the quotient of x and 5, the ratio of x to 5. When we say like terms, these are terms that have the same variable. They only differ in their coefficients. So example of like terms, so 4m and negative 9m. They are like terms because they have the same variable. Unlike terms, 8m and 8n. Another example of like terms is 3x and 12x. So they are like terms because they have the same variable x. So x and x squared are unlike terms because they have different exponent. 2xy squared and 15xy squared are example of like terms because they have the same variable with the same exponent. W and 5 are unlike terms. Like terms can be added or subtracted from one another. Let's have an example. 2b plus 5b. 2b and 5b are like terms since the variable is the same. So we can add the coefficient 2 and 5. So the quantity of 2 plus 5, then b. So the total is 7b. In 7x plus 2y minus 3x, we need to combine 7x and 3x because they are like terms. So we have 7x minus 3x plus 2y. So 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Copy the variable x and then we have 2y. So the answer is 4x plus 2y. So now let's evaluate an expression. To evaluate an expression, you have to substitute a number for each variable and perform the arithmetic operation. So example, the value of n is 4. So let us evaluate 5n plus 2. So we will substitute the value of n, which is 4. So 5 times 4 plus 2. So 5 times 4 is equal to 20 plus 2. So the answer is 22. So another, we have the value of x is equal to 3 and the value of y is equal to 6. So let's evaluate 2x plus 4y minus 5. So we will substitute the value of x and the value of y to evaluate this expression. So 2 times 3, which is the value of x, and 4 times 6, which is the value of y, minus 5. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Plus 4 times 6 is equal to 24 minus 5. So the answer is 25. When solving an equation, our goal is to find the value of the variable that makes the equation true. We will use the property of equalities to solve an equation. The first property is the addition property of equality. If the same quantity is added to both sides of an equation, the resulting equation is equivalent to the original equation. In solving an equation, we need to find the value of the unknown or the variable. We need to isolate the variable to find its value. So let's have an example. 2x minus 4 equals 10. To isolate 2x, we will use the addition property of equality. It means adding 4 to both sides. 2x minus 4 plus 4 equals 10 plus 4. So, this is addition property of equality. So, para matanggal ang negative 4 dito at ma-isolate ang 2x, magdadagdag tayo ng plus 4. So, since nagdagdag ng plus 4 sa left side, kailangan magdagdag din ng 4 sa right side. So, this is the addition property of equality. So, negative 4 plus 4, that is 0. So, we will cancel negative 4 and plus 4. So, 2x equals 14. So, 10 plus 4 equals 14. The subtraction property of equality. If the same quantity is subtracted from both sides, the resulting equation is equivalent to the original. Example 4, subtraction property of equality. So we have 3x plus 6 equals 24. To isolate 3x, we need to use subtraction property of equality. We will subtract 6 to both sides. So 3x plus 6 minus 6 is equal to 24 minus 6. So this is subtraction property of equality. So since nag-minus tayo sa left side, kailangan din mag-minus tayo sa right side. So positive 6 or plus 6 minus 6, this is equal to 0. So we will cancel that. So we have 3x equals 18. So 24 minus 6 is equal to 18. The third property is multiplication property of equality. So if both sides of one equation are multiplied by the same quantity, the resulting equation is equivalent to the original equation. Example, 2y over 5 equals 6. So to isolate 2y, we need to multiply 5 to both sides. So 5 times the quantity of 2y over 5 is equal to 6 times 5. So since nag-multiply tayo ng 5 sa left side, mag-multiply din tayo ng 5 sa right side. So we will cancel 5 over 5 because 5 over 5 is equal to 1. So we have 2y equals 30. The fourth property is the division property of equality. If both sides of one equation are divided by the same non-zero quantity, the resulting equation is equivalent to the original equation. Example, 6 minus 5x equals 41. To isolate negative 5x, we will use subtraction property of equality. So we have 6 minus 5x equals 41 minus 6. So since nag-minus 6 tayo sa left side, kailangan din mag-minus 6 sa right side. So we use the subtraction property of equality. Then we will cancel 6 minus 6 because that is 0. So negative 5x equals 35. So 41 minus 6 is equal to 35. To isolate x, we will use the division property of equality. Divide both sides with negative 5. So we use the division property of equality. And then we will cancel negative 5 over negative 5 because this is equivalent to 1. So we have x is equal to 35 divided by negative 5 is negative 7. Now, let's evaluate an equation using the properties of equality. So, example, let's evaluate 5y minus 4 equals 26. To isolate 5y, we will use the addition property of equality. We will add 4 to the left side and right side. So, 5y minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 26 plus 4. So, this is the addition property of equality. So, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So, 5y equals 30. So, 26 plus 4 is equal to 30. Next is to isolate the variable y, we will divide both sides with 5. So, this is the division property of equality. So, 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1, or we can cancel that. So, we have y equals 6. To check if the answer is correct, we will substitute variable y with 6. So, using the substitution, so 5y minus 4 equals 26. So, 5 times the value of y, which is 6, minus 4 equals 26. So, 5 times 6 is equal to 30, minus 4 equals 26. So, 30 minus 4 is 26. This is equal. So, therefore, our answer is correct. Let's have another example. So, let's evaluate 2x plus 8 equals 5x minus 16. So, para ma-evaluate ang equation na ito, so kailangan magkasama yung 2x and 5x. So, we will combine like terms. Then, 8 and negative 16. So, we will use the different properties of equalities to combine 2x, 5x, and 8 and 16. So, we will use the subtraction property of equality para yung positive 8 ay mapunta dito sa kabila at magiging siyang minus 8. So, 8 minus 8, that is 0. So, next is yung 5x, kailangan kasama niya yung 2x. So, ililipat natin yung 5x dito sa left side using the subtraction property of equality. So, 2x minus 5x equals 5x minus 5x. So, we will cancel 5x. So, we have negative 3x because 2x minus 5x is equal to negative 3x. And then, we will use the keep, change, flip. So, kung babalikan natin yung integers. So, negative 16, we have keep. So, change from minus, magiging siyang plus. And then, flip from positive 8, magiging siyang negative 8. So, we have negative 3x equals negative 24 because same sign, add and keep. So, 16 plus 8 is equal to 24. Then, keep the negative sign. Then, divide both sides by negative 3 using the division property of equality. So, negative 3 divided by negative 3, that is equal to positive 1. So, cancel negative 3. So, we have y or x equals positive 8 because negative divided by negative is equal to positive. Then 24 divided by 3 is 8. So to check if our answer is correct, we will use the substitution method. So we will substitute the value of x with 8. So 2 times 8 plus 8 is equal to 5 times 8 minus 16. So 2 times 8 is equal to 16 plus 8, then equal to 5 times 8 is equal to 40 minus 16. So 16 plus 8 is equal to 24, then 40 minus 16 is equal to 24. Since they are equal, therefore, our answer is correct. So let's try the following exercises. The first exercise is translating to algebraic expression. Translate twice a number x added to 10 to algebraic expression. So, twice a number x, that is 2x. Then added to 10, that is addition. So, the answer is 10 plus 2x. Number 2, a number n decreased by 5. So, decrease, this is subtraction. So, the answer is n minus 5. Then number 3, a number multiplied by 7. So when we say a number, this is a variable or a letter. So the answer is 7n. So this is multiplication. Number 4, add 4 and 8, then multiply by 3. So first, we will add 4 and 8. So we will use parentheses. And then we will multiply by 3. So the answer is the quantity of 4 plus 8 times 3. Number 5, subtract 9 from 14, then multiply by 2. So we will use again the parentheses. So the answer is 14 minus 9 times 2. Number 6, subtract 7 from 24, then divide by 6. So the answer is 24 minus 7 times 6. Number 7, the quotient of a number and 4. So quotient means division. So the answer is n divided by 4. The product of 23 and twice a number. So product means multiply or multiplication. So the answer is 23 times 2n. Number 9, 4 times the sum of 9 and a number y. So the answer is 4 times the quantity of 9 plus y. For number 10, 15 less than 7 times a number. So, less than means subtraction. Then, 7 times a number, that is multiplication. So, the answer is 15 minus 7n. So, the second exercise is translating to word phrase. Let's translate 3x minus 4. Our answer may vary because we can use the different keywords that we study in this lesson. So, for number 1, we have 3 times a number minus 4. So, pwede din ditong the product of 3x decreased by 4. Number 2, n plus 8. So, we have a number plus 8. Pwede din dito yung n plus 8. N increased by 8. Number 3, 2 over x plus y. So, we have 2 divided by the sum of x and y. Number 4, we have 5y minus 2. So, the product of 5 and y minus 2. Pwede din the product of 5 and a number decreased by 2. Number 5, 2x plus 3. Twice a number increased by 3. So, we can use the different keywords that we study in this lesson. The third exercise is finding the value of the unknown. Number 1, we have n plus 5 equals negative 5. So, we will evaluate equation. So, para mahanap yung value ng n, so, kailangan nating i-isolate yung variable n. So, we will use the subtraction property of equality. So, para mas madaling maintindihan, so, yung plus 5, ililipat natin dito sa kabila. So, from plus 5, magiging siyang minus 5. So, that is the subtraction property of equality. Yung kaninang mga example ay mahaba. So, nakalagay pa yung plus 5 minus 5 equals negative 5 minus 5. So, para mas maintindihan kung paano ginagamit ang subtraction property of equality. So, para mas madali, so yung plus 5, ililipat sa kabila gamit ang subtraction property of equality. So, yung n plus 5 equals negative 5, magiging ng n equals negative 5 minus 5. So, the answer is negative 5 plus negative 5 because we will use the rule in subtracting integers. We have the keep, change, and flip. So, keep, negative 5, negative 5. Change, from minus, magiging plus. And then flip, from positive 5, magiging negative 5. Then we have the rule in adding integers. Same sign, we will add and keep. So, negative, then 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. So, the answer is negative 10. Number 2, 5y minus 2 equals 18. So, para ma-isolate yung 5y, gagamit tayo ng addition property of equality. So, yung negative 2, mapupunta siya dito sa right side. So, from negative 2, magiging siyang positive 2 or plus 2. So, we have 5y equals 18 plus 2 using the addition property of equality. So, we have 5y equals 20. 18 plus 2 is equal to 20. Then, we will divide both sides by 5 para ma-isolate yung variable y. So, we will use the division property of equality. So, katulad kanina, nagka-cancel pa tayo. So, 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. So, alisin na natin. Nag-cancel tayo. Then, 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. So, let us check if our answer is correct using the substitution method. So, we will substitute the value of y with 4. So, 5y minus 2 equals 18. So, 5 times the value of y, which is 4, minus 2 equals 18. So, 5 times 4 is equal to 20 minus 2 equals 18. So, 18 equals 18. Therefore, 4 is correct. Another, we have number 3, C plus 18 equals 29. So, para ma-isolate yung variable C and mahanap ang value ng C, so we will use the subtraction property of equality. So, plus 18, magiging siyang minus 18 para matanggal siya dito and mapunta siya sa right side. So, using the subtraction property of equality. So, 29 minus 18 is equal to 11. Therefore, the value of C is 11. So, to check, so substitute the value of the variable C with 11. So, 11 plus 18, then we have here 29. So, the answer is correct. Number 4, we have negative 32 equals 15 plus D. So, para ma-isolate yung variable D, so we will use the subtraction property of equality. Para yung 15, mapunta siya dito sa left side. And maiwang mag-isa yung variable D. So, we have negative 32 minus 15 equals D using the subtraction property of equality. So, using the rule in subtracting integers, we have the keep, change, and flip. So, keep negative 32, change subtraction to addition, then flip 15 to negative 15. So, using the rule in adding integers, same sign, add and keep. So, negative 32 plus negative 15 is equal to negative 47. So, the value of variable D is negative 47. Number 5, we have 3f equals negative 12. So, to isolate the variable f, so since magkadikit sila, we will use the division property of equality. So, we will divide both sides by 3. So, 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So, yung nagka-cancel tayo, so may iwan mag-isa yung variable f. Then, negative 12 divided by negative 3 or positive 3 is equal to negative 4 because dividing negative and positive, the result is negative. So, to check if our answer is correct, we will use the substitution method. So, substitute the value of f. So, that is negative 4. So, 3 times negative 4 equals negative 12. So, 3 times negative 4, that is negative 12. So, our answer is correct. Kung medyo nalilito sa operations ng integers, sa rule kung paano mag-add, mag-subtract, mag-multiply, and mag-divide ng mga integers, panoorin ang link ng video na nasa description upang hindi maguluhan at mas maunawaan ang pag-evaluate ng expression and equation. So that's the end of our discussion for today. So I hope that you learned how to evaluate algebraic expression and equation. So thank you for watching. I'm Teacher Les. So don't forget to like and share the video, and if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button for you to be updated to our next lesson.